And then the top 4 match is actually not a rematch from the tournament, but a rematch at Worlds Top 8 in 2023. I played against Nikolaj Høj Nielsen. And Nikolaj is a very strong player, and his team is something you cannot prepare for. It's this. Have you prepared your lines against Sneasler Blood Moon? I actually know what the Terra Normal Blood Moon calc is on my Miraidon, because Ibrahim before the tournament said, okay, I don't want to play 164 speed, I want to play 163 because I want to play one more special defense on my Miraidon. And I said, what is it for? And then he showed me the live op Terra Normal Blood Moon calc from Ursaluna. That was so funny. Like, with the current spread on our Miraidon, it's a 56% chance, and if we chose the 1 point slower Miraidon, it would have been just a 43% chance to one-hit KO. Oh my god. But yeah, we know this team, right? It's also not a good team. Like, this team is also inconsistent. I guess the most inconsistent teams just make it far. That's what I mean. It's always about making the right call for the specific tournaments. It can obviously go very bad, but if you want to win, that's what I did with Hard Trick Room as well. I'm not a Hard Trick Room player. I just made a call that Hard Trick Room is going to be good. He's a teacher, yeah. Man, I hate Zwieback. I have Zwieback between all my teeth. I have to brush my teeth right now. Nah, after the set. I also know that Nikolaj played against Alexander, by the way, on stream. So I knew some stuff. I knew the Sneasler HP stat. I knew that Miraidon's probably max, also based on the HP stat. I knew that Ursaluna Blood Moon is min speed. He always led with Miraidon Sneasler and always brought Zama and Blood Moon in the bag. And also, the Zama is slower than the Miraidon. That's all the infos I needed. He's not that old. I think 24, 5. Thank you, Vogliari. But yeah, we see Tower Fairy. I just go for take. And since I can scout out what he goes for, and I know what I'm going to do if he clicks Draco, if he clicks Gleam, if he clicks he cannot click Gleam, because if he clicks Gleam, he cannot KO either if I go Terra Poison, so I can just click Terra Poison, Earth Power, and Glacial Lance. And we just saw he clicked Gleam, so I'm like, okay, I just click Terra Poison, Earth Power, and Glacial Lance. I don't have to Sludge Bomb the Miraidon because he can never KO the Calyrex unless he gets like a double crit or something. Then I still get the KO on Miraidon and a lot of damage on the Sneasler. So I just click Earth Power and Glacial Lance. Like, thank you, Naronx. Appreciate it. And I know that the casters went crazy and some other, like, I watched 1 or 2 reactions that also went crazy on this Earth Power play, but isn't that the most normal play? Like, also Gunk Shot hitting, poisoning. I just want to say Gunk Shot hitting and poisoning. Like, isn't Earth Power and Glacial just the most standard play? Like, I never sludge bomb there. If I know that it's locked into Dazzling Gleam. Earth Power Glacial Lance always picks up Miraidon. Like, yes, if I Sludge Bomb and he stays, I get a single target Glacial Lance on the Sneasler. Oh no, I get 10% more damage on the Sneasler. Oh wow, that is certainly going to matter. But yeah, job's not done yet. Yeah, that's what happens if I click Earth Power Glacial Lance. But yeah, here I pretty much have a guaranteed win with Protect Glacial Lance. If I was casting now, I would shout at the stream, like if it was out of my perspective. I already locked in Sludge Bomb Glacial Lance. I think I locked it in immediately. And also Sludge Bomb Trick Room also wins, but I didn't know what his last was. His last could have also been Blood Moon, right? And it was Blood Moon, and like I obviously expect Blood Moon if he brings Blood Moon in all games against Alexander. Terra Poison, Ares. But yeah, I get a Glacial Lance off, and since I got poisoned, I will show you the foul play calc, okay? I did that before the match as well. I'm exactly at 50, okay? I know that I had like 102 HP, and I didn't get any attack boost, okay? So this is the foul play calc, okay? There's actually no safe winning line for me here. I can obviously not go Shifu. He can just Electro Drift the Shifu down. I have to go Miraidon. But what do I click with Miraidon? Oh, does anybody of you see a 100% winning line here? Because the problem is, if I click Electro Drift Glacial Lance, and he clicks exactly what he clicked in the end, I just lose. Because then, actually my Miraidon, as I said, survives the Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam. And he also does not have Helping Hand, but it would have still gotten dicey. And that's why I made the call with Electro Drift Trick Room. Even if he attacks with foul play, and I survive that, Drift Fairy Glacial, then I lose to what he just did. Or I could have lost to what he just did. Like Electro Drift Trick Room, even if he does like 45% and I die to poison, when I get Shifu in, my Shifu always survives the Psychic from Farigiraf. And even if I don't survive the Psychic, because he crits, my Miraidon in Trick Room is faster than his Miraidon. I KO his Miraidon with Electro Drift, and then it's full life Miraidon versus Farigiraf. You understand? Yeah, Silent. I recommend watching the round 8 game of day 1 where Ibrahim played against Marco Mauers. Yeah, Protect Farigiraf. Yeah, Protect Farigiraf changes. Like, okay, maybe I should have mentioned that he has Protect on the Farigiraf. But yeah, and here I just Glacial E-Drift. So I win game 1 pretty convincingly. And what does Michael do if he wins game 1 convincingly? Obviously, go for the same game plan again. I mean, he went 10-1 with it, Connor. You cannot discredit it. But yeah, so game 2, I'm thinking, okay, again, if he does the same lead, if he switches Sneasel, he loses his electric seed. I'm fine with that. Even if he can switch into Zama, Ursaluna, Farigiraf, all of that is fine. Tornadus is free food. So I was literally thinking about all kinds of scenarios and figured, okay, as long as he doesn't get super lucky, I can just win with the same game plan. Achso, ja, machen wir, Nemax, machen wir, safe. I still have to rewatch that stream set hours. But yeah, so Calyrex, Landorus, and as I said, I kind of have to lead them because this team, or like my team, only has 2 protects and no fake out immunities, and he has the fastest fake out user. So yeah. And as we can see, he changes his game plan. And here I'm like, okay, Landorus is the best Pokemon in this matchup. I could switch Landorus to Urshifu and click Glacial Lance and win the game. I literally win the game immediately. But if he Dracos my Calyrex, like if he doubles my Calyrex, I'm in a dicey spot. And as I said, if I don't get unlucky, I should still, like, he goes for the correct move order. Like, his only way out is clicking Draco into Lando and Gunk Shot, but he also has to connect both. So we see Gunk Shot hitting again, poisoning again, Draco hitting again. We are currently, by the way, at odds of 0.04%. Also, Terra, did you realize that I yapped about the Grimmsnarr speed stat? Are you angry with me about it? Here I go to Miraidon because I thought that, okay, so in my head, he brought Ursaluna this time. He won 2 games versus Alexander with Ursaluna Blood Moon, and he just lost with Farigiraf, and we saw Farigiraf was just useless, right? So that's why I can toss my Miraidon, and then if he has Ursaluna Blood Moon, I win with Shifu last, because I can just click Glacial Lance here, get a double knockout, and then I have Terra Ghost, Surging Strikes into Blood Moon, Leech Seed, and then Surging Strikes with Zama Glacial Lance. He cannot 2 KO my Terra Ghost Urshifu, right? He gets another Gunk Shot hit, another Draco hit, by the way. We are currently at another Poison, another Crit. We are currently, like, some of that stuff doesn't matter, I know, but we are still currently at odds of like 0.00234%. And here, if he reveals Ursaluna Blood Moon, I connect poison again, connect. Yeah. So here, he reveals Farigiraf, unfortunately, and I cannot win unless he chokes. Like, I can go for, I guess I can go for CC into Zama and Terra Water Glacial Lance, but what? CC, Zama, Terra Water Glacial Lance is so weird to click because I CC first, then Psychic will KO me, and Glacial Lance does not pick up with Farigiraf, and CC Glacial Lance is just not, Terra Water Glacial Lance is not the play. Thank you, Maglio. Appreciate it. And here I cannot win. If he clicks Body Press, Calyrex, Psychic, Urshifu, I'm just trying to go for a CC crit into Farigiraf. and he goes for a play. Like, you gotta explain his play to me, because he had a guarantee, like going for bash into Calyrex and foul play into Urshifu is weird. You can see it in my reaction. Like, look at this. I'm like, what did he just do? Because, okay, I know it's not a very likely play for me, okay? But I lose anyways. He has a guaranteed line. But let's say I click Terra Water Glacial and Surging Strikes with no Terra. Like Terra Water Glacial and no Terra on Urshifu. I calced Glacial does 60%, not 60. Surging Strikes does 60% to Azama. Glacial would do 20 and 90% to Farigiraf. So what would happen? Calyrex after Behemoth Bash and Poison and Lefties drops to 35 and Urshifu drops to 85. Next turn, I can just click Glacial Surging again and he cannot win. Because I Surging Vizama, I'm still not in Psychic range of Farigiraf, and he has to Body Press the Calyrex. Like, if he Body Presses Shifu, I also survive the Body Press, and then I KO Zama, he foul plays Calyrex. Like, he made a play that just loses to Terra Water Glacial Surging Strikes, which is also not incredibly unlikely. Hard read? But why would you make a hard read if you're in a winning position? Like, why would you not take the win? Like, let's say, okay. Let's say you have, do I have a good example? Yeah, like, you have, whatever. But that was crazy. Like, it obviously worked, but it's still something you shouldn't do. Behemoth Bash. I was actually thinking about going Terra Water because with Terra Water, I would also probably... I'm +2 attack, but you remember when I said it does like 50? Do you see where my which range my Calyrex Ice had before? Like, I probably survived the foul play, right? Let's see. Yeah, I was at 50, and we saw it does like 43 to 51, so I could have survived the foul play and gotten a +2 Glacial Lance off. So Terra Water was not like a non-play. What should he have done? Double Urge? No. Like, I think if you click Body Press into... Wait. He did not have Helping Hand. Back then, I thought he had Helping Hand over Farigiraf, but he did not have Helping Hand. But yeah, then actually there was no like guaranteed play. Damn, I gaslit myself. Wait. No, not even close. It does. I have the exact calc in mind against his set, 70 to 83. Well, that could have been +2 Glacial Lance range. So maybe my play was to click CC Terra Water Glacial Lance. CC into Zama Terra Water Glacial Lance. Thank you, Patimus. Appreciate it. Now I gaslit myself. To be fair, my head is starting to hurt a little bit, so I will go get some rest. Foul play, Body Press, KOs. Yeah, that's a guaranteed knockout. And Caddy Ice never knocks out Farigov. We saw the damage in game 1. Yeah, body press foul play. But then I should have not protected the Ice Rider either. Yeah, very weird endgame. When his top takes in 3.5 hours. I will get some rest. It's not like it's hurting, it's just... I will walk outside and take a quick walk. That's something I need. But you need to understand. I have to explain also the finals game too. Everybody was confused. I even got insulted. Like I saw reactions. I saw chats that said non-play, absolutely crazy. Michael is diabolical. Michael is stupid. Stuff like that. I will explain myself. Is your Kelly faster than his Farik? No, it is not. No, Snoopy, in 3 hours, as I said. Hi, Michi. So we see the same play with fake out Draco, and this time, like, I only got in a bad position because of the gunk shot poison as well, because my Calyrex took 36% more damage. Otherwise, my Calyrex, instead of being at 50%, it would have been at 80%, okay? So that's why I decided to just stay again, and maybe he doesn't target Velando this time, because, as I said, best Pokemon, I can switch it out. Yo, Ray, thank you. Previous VODs. I have a VOD channel, kind of, but unfortunately not. But yeah, we see a throat chop crit and another Draco hit. So he just hits his moves. Like, the throat chop crit didn't matter, but it's still funny. And I Earth Power Velando, the Sneezer. And you need to understand that what I'm doing right now is not allowed. So I knew that Draco probably does not KO my Miraidon, and he probably does not click War Draco into Miraidon. Like, how likely is it that he clicks Draco into Miraidon and protect with Zama? Because if he doesn't protect with Zama and I knock it out with Earth Power, he is locked into -4 Draco. And I thought if he, like, I E-drift that slot, and if he gets a lot of damage with Zama into Miraidon, then Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam, if I Terra my Miraidon, can actually be very scary, because Lando, with a crit, it dies. And yes, I have a double up of, like, Sludge Bomb does not quite KO, but I still have Aqua Jet Urshifu in the bag. But I thought, okay, it's not super likely, and even if he does that, the chance that he KOs me is 18%. I mean, he got very lucky already, but he just switched, and he also did not click Protect, interestingly enough, with Zama. Like, even if he protected here, it would have probably been game, but since he clicked Behemoth Bash, the game ends. Interesting. It would have been interesting if he clicked Tagged here, because then Miraidon would have been at 84% after Helmet. Then he has Zama Miraidon on the board, and then he has Terra Fairy Gleam. But I can go for Terra Fairy Electro Drift into that slot, because if he doesn't target the Velando with Gleam Draco, or like with Gleam Body Press or something, if he doesn't target Velando would KO the with Zama, and he cannot lock himself into Electro Drift, right, when I have a full life Lando. So he can either lock himself into Draco, but if I go Terra Fairy Miraidon, I prevent Draco. So he has to lock himself into Gleam, but Gleam does not KO Miraidon or Lando, and then he goes for Gleam. Then my Miraidon goes for Electro Drift, KOs his Miraidon every time. His Zama has to KO Lando so that his Zama doesn't die to Earth Power. And then I have Miraidon Urshifu, which means I have Electro Drift CC. Understandable? So people said if he protects Zama, he could have won, but only if he gets a double crit with Dazzling Gleam. Which is correct, he could have won. Like 0.0 something percent is not 0%. And we see the Sludge Bomb, and bye-bye! Shalom de Miraidon! And now we've got the finals.